I believe from a long time ago, an izakaya started out as a rest stop, somewhere a group of people can rest during the course of their travels. And what ended up happening was probably the izakaya owner started to sell food and create a sort of environment where people actually came more on a normal basis than just as a rest stop. But in the modern perspective, I believe izakaya would be something that a large group of people can go and share their food and drinks and just let loose.
In Japan, izakayas it's a neighborhood bar, pub, tapas bar. A lot of people likes to prefer them as a second home.
Space in Tokyo, especially in a city, is very small. So in order for you to have a gathering of some sort, you have to have a space to go out to. You invite your friends not at your home, but to an izakaya.
It's kind of like if you have your own like corner store, that's your spot you go to. You have your izakaya, it's your spot to go to where, everything's familiar. You can get comfortable there, drinking, you're socializing, and it's a good meeting place.
For about 3 years, I was living in Tokyo. During that time, I had the opportunity to work in an internship that turned into a job. I became a salary man, basically trying to assimilate into the Japanese business culture. One of the aspects of the culture is to go out and eat and party with your coworkers. So you go out to eat with each other and you get some drinks, you go crazy a little bit, and you learn to know each other that way. They say that in Japan, you should be drinking with your coworkers so that they know the true face of yourselves.
People typically start with beer drinking izakaya, and then you move on to maybe sake or shochu. I means to stay, and sakaya means liquor store or sake store. So essentially, it started out as a sake shop, So imagine it's a sake shop. Hey, why don't you stick around, let me pour you a drink. Here's a little snack. And that's how it started. So very important part of izakaya is drinking.
And izakaya, for me, usually stood for large pitchers of beer and lots of highballs.
That's what I always get, right? Beer, soju, it's just really easy to drink, but they're kind of dangerous because you don't want to drink too many.
Shochu is Japanese spirit, almost like a vodka, but vodka can't really taste the original grain versus shochu, you could definitely taste the original form of it.
Probably a prerequisite for an izakaya is shareable small plates packed with a lot of flavor to cut away any of the alcohol that you're drinking. Usually it's very salty, it's very savory, and you just want to keep going and eating and drinking because of that. It's just a nice cycle of eating and drinking.
One of the first things I noticed about izakaya is there's no sushi at an izakaya. You have sashimi, which is just the raw fish, but there's no nigiri, there's no rolls, and a lot of the food too there's kind of like little interaction that you do with it. Like you have a dipping sauce, or you have little garnishes or salts that you can put on if you want to or not. And everything's small portions, so, and you want to kind of order a little bit of everything and share.
The izakaya classics are usually, I would say karaage is probably number one. Any izakaya you go, you definitely had fried chicken on the menu. The old school ones are like really weird, exotic stuff, like squid cured in its own guts and stuff like that. Just really funky stuff,
A lot of izakayas have yakitori, which is skewered chicken cooked on binchotan charcoal. But also there's other things on skewers, and that would be called kushiyaki. Sometimes you see ramen, Ramen's usually kind of like a finisher dish. You order that last. There's no rush, you know. You just want to get comfortable, and then you know, when it's time for you to leave or you're full, then you take off.
I think people should leave an izakaya with just a smile on their face and feel really full, and probably just hope that they don't regret the next day.
At the end of the night, you're a little bit relaxed and rested and ready to go on for the next day, and just, or you could party ass off or whatever. I mean,
Being able to share the most primordial of things, sharing food, like when you're a caveman and you're bringing over a piece of deer or something like that to your cave, you sit down and distribute it, share it amongst everybody, and so that's how you create your tribe. It's a place where you can learn to know each other and learn to become a more bonded crew or a tribe or a team.